situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion. Tell me what's your view. And let's talk about it. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth. We gon' rock the truth. Or absolutely nothing. Rock truth. Conversations fuel the mind. They current and they right on time. Or absolutely nothing. It's us, it's you. You rock the truth.
I'm hearing that the first time.
Yes, ma'am. Yep, we had that. Our intro song was done by none other than Tasha Marie. She is from
Okay.
from Chicago. And then she also, we have a sitcom that we're in the process of revamping and getting ready to pitch. It's called Representing the Priestleys. And so she wrote the theme song for Representing the Priestleys as well. Like, you're going to love that one. Like, we fell in love with that. But yep, shout out to her. She wrote it, she sang it, she produced it, all of that. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, welcome to Rock Truth Radio. We thank you for joining us as we rock truth or absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth before your very eyes is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. I am one of your amazing hosts, Mary SelenaKay. With purpose, with a reason. Shout out to CKnight today. I don't know, he just out here, you know what I mean? But thank you so much for joining us again. We have an amazing guest. We'll get to Miss Rachel L. Gary in just a second, but let's grow through our preliminaries for the week. Let's see. We got a show coming up. We have a show coming up, a comedy show coming up this Saturday for Thanksgiving. Let me go ahead and run an ad.
Prepare for an elevated night of comedy, featuring the funny Mike Samp and the incredible Gina G. Headlined by Henry Coleman, hosted by Barry Brewer. This all happens November 29th at OBE Studios Laugh Lounge, known for its exclusive service, craft cocktails, and gourmet bites. This is more than a show, it's a complete experience. Tickets are live on Eventbrite. And with it getting cold outside, warm up with 25% off using our special code TLL1. Get ready for a memorable night.
Period. Absolutely, guys. Come out. It is a Barry Brewer comedy show at the Laugh Lounge in Maryville, Indiana, with Gina G. We have Mike Samp in the building, and it's featuring Henry Coleman. So if you guys have nothing to do on Saturday, come on out and support Black-owned businesses first and foremost. And then I double checked. Pen Flow will be in a writing session tomorrow. Guys, if you are in the Bronzeville area, you're looking for a place where the creatives gather, you definitely want to come out to Pen Flow writing sessions, located 4504 South Cottage Grove, Chicago, Illinois. It's $10 for the session. It opens at 7 p.m. You want to get there, especially if you got something to say. Hold on, Dre. I got something to say. If you got something to say, you definitely want to be in that building by 7, because usually that list, it is like a shut off by 7:45. And so the session will begin, or performances begin at 9 p.m., but it is such an amazing vibe. Food is served. Creativity is more than welcomed and cultured and refined. Shout out to Penflow. Shout out to them kings at the top of the page, too, for providing this space for people like us. Healthy in space, space. Nana CMOS. If you guys are looking for some immune health and support, something to help with your skin and your hair, energy, gut support, including weight loss, guys, hit them up. They got some wild crafted purple sea moss mixed with some real fruit. You definitely want to take it immediately, because the ones that have the fruit infusions, they tend to grow bad faster. However, this is some amazing sea moss. They have two flavors, strawberry cherry, oh my God, to die for. Strawberry mango pineapple as well. So guys, if you want to go ahead and place that order, it's a $10 deposit, $30 for an 8-ounce jar, 219-867-2003. And that's at Healthy in Space, another Black-owned business in Maryville, Indiana. Shout out to Deontay Glover. And then let's see. Oh, we got some books, guys. Listen, we got some authors out here. And first of all, I met this queen, Miss Janine Hedges Path. I always mess up the name, but I hit it all day today. I've been working on it to hit it all day today. Janine Hedges Path. We have that queen's book. She has a new revamp of Frankie and Abby. And so you guys can find her books on Amazon Prime. Just go ahead and either put in her name or put in the name of her books as you see it on the screen. And then I met this amazing author through the DAG Awards. That is Miss Natalie R. Murphy. And I was speaking with Miss Gina Gatson. Shout out to Miss Gina Gatson with DAG. And we were discussing at the Film Fest, Gary International Black Film Fest, about taking one of the author books and turning it into a documentary short or a movie. And so I was very intrigued when we had Miss Natalie Murphy on with us. And I was like, hey, that Dear Butterfly book, I'm interested in just seeing, how can we turn this into some type of a docu-short, and assist her with also joining the Real Rundown Intensive next year and submitting this film, which would be her film, into the Gary International Black Film Fest. So, we out here supporting everywhere that we can. Shout out to RockTruth Productions. Shout out to TNT Enterprises as well. Don't forget your girl, Sharita Love Jones. She is an author of Overstanding Game. I met her when I did the Thinking Outside of the Box podcast a few weeks ago. Amazing queen of impeccable caliber, let me say. And so this book, I love it. I love it. She's a gamer mom. I'm a gamer mom. I'm a gamer. And so to be able to relate knowledge to gamers or to other gamer mothers, so that they can understand how to think outside of the miseducation. She is available on Facebook as well. Hit her up. Let her know Rock Truth sent you. Hello. I believe that is all of our preliminaries for the day. Now, excuse me, Royals. I have an amazing author that I met again. Guys, you're going to remember her from when we had the DAG authors for 3 weeks in October through November. None other than, let me unmute her, none other than Miss Rachel L. Gary in the building. What's going on, sis?
Hello, Queen. You had some amazing information. Hey, I put on my list 4501 Cottage Grove. I gotta come stop by. Then you had my favorite queen of romance, Natalie R. Murphy. You were
Yes.
talking about her. Guys, hey, I can vouch for Natalie R. Murphy, but I cannot vouch for anyone else. She's an amazing queen with an amazing imagination,
Yes.
and bringing the romance scene to was I think she just dropped her 11th book.
Yes.
Guys, get locked in. Get locked
Come
in.
on. Come on.
I'm one of these people. I want to see everybody win. I'm a winner, and I want to see other people win.
Who are you telling? I'm with you. I do. And that's why it's important to support our own. Like, who else is going to support
Yes.
us? Like, we support celebrities that we don't even know. We support people that should not even be celebrated. And so why not support the people that's tangible, that you can touch, that are in your community making a difference, highlight them so that other people can know about
Absolutely.
them. Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
and speaking of which, that's why we're bringing you back to highlight you. I remember you on platform
I
a few
appreciate
weeks
it.
ago. Yeah, you just blew us away with mental wealth, which is mental health, and knowledge that not only we could feast from, but generations could from now into eternity. And I definitely wanted to bring you back. So if you
Absolutely.
could please reintroduce you to the platform.
Guys, as Mary SelenaKay so elegantly said, I am Rachel L. Gary. I am a leadership coach, award-winning author of 2 phenomenal books, and I happen to be a Distinguished Authors Guild, short for DAG, ambassador. Um, in so many words, guys, I'm here to help people find success. We about making the cha-ching in a way so we can have mental, physical, emotional, spiritual growth. So that is what I do. I bring that kind of information and pulling out the CEO that's in you. Hold on, let me give you a breakdown who the CEO is. The
Mm.
one that's clearing your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction to be the CEO of your life.
Woo, 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 woo. When I tell you empowerment, 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 what else do you do? Give us the rundown of everything. No, because it is an extensive list. Like, it is rare that I find other people like myself where they're like, introduce yourself. You like, woo, you got time? Because this it'll take
hey,
time.
hey, I want to get to the part of the show where Mary Selena asked those questions, but that's okay. But I say this. I also I own I have a radio show on My Radio Chicago with the phenomenal owner Shy Blizz, awesome individual who brings awesome information and is helping me grow myself as a radio personality because I don't consider myself a radio DJ. I don't know what that means. I am a radio personality who has conversations with individuals pulling the success out of you. I also own my own TV network where it features my show CEO Mastermind, and that CEO Mastermind consists of 7 individuals, just like you over there, and you over there, who who have a gift and they want to turn it into profits.
Yeah.
So I take 10 individuals in 10 weeks, grow grow their businesses to make 2,500 plus in monthly income. So guys, you come talk to me when you're ready to make some money. Serious about making some money. I am about accountability, making money. I'm about us circulating our dollars in our community. So
Mm.
I'm gonna have that conversation. I was just reading statistics today, Mary. I promise a statistic today where the black dollar is in the community less than 1 minute.
Wow. Wow. I believe it.
We we spend 90 billion with a B
Mm.
in the e-commerce
Mm-hmm.
well before we invest into ourselves.
Yep.
So it was an amazing statistic. I'm big on understanding and making sure I meet people where they are, so
Yeah.
we can pull out of you to who you want to be, who one more time who you want to be, and I was just reading those statistics because I'm putting together a series that I plan to put on TikTok where it's just talking about ripping the band-aid off is what I'm calling it. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm really going to start diving into the black disparity that we continually perpetuate and constantly blame people outside of ourselves. So I'm about to rip the band-aid off so we can start really talking about it. Very true, very much like RockTruth.
Absolutely, because that was all I was thinking. It's like, we have no tissues for your issues. We dealing a
Uh,
root cause of what is plaguing our society. We have no time
Yes.
to be coping further or using Tylenol just to cover up symptoms until they pass away, only for them to come back. No, we're gonna uproot this thing. This is the major
Absolutely.
reason why we're having issues. So I definitely look forward to those videos and you dropping that knowledge for people. And I'm sure in the level of consumption for them to be able to take it. You know what I mean? Because everybody can't
Yes.
handle every level of rock truth. Some stuff you do got to pacify your way through. But once I've identified that you can chew meat, we're not going to play like you ain't got teeth. We're not going to play like you ain't got teeth. Come on now.
Come on with that, Mary. Come on
Job
with
that I
that, Mary.
in the job that I do, one of the team members was telling me, well, our client, they possibly need somebody else to tell them in their language and in their way what things they need to do or ways of correction. And I'm like, no, I remembered on Major Payne when he said, you need to pop your titty out the boy's mouth and let the boy grow up. Titty out of people's mouths. I don't have time for it. You're not about to sit here and just take up all man. No, I need him. I need him, Queen. Yeah, come with that truth
Love
and
it.
come with that rock truth. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And we can't care about your feelings. You know what I mean? Let me ask you, first of all, where does your passion regarding mental wealth start or stem?
It started. I want to be very transparent. It started when I was very young. My grandfather owned businesses, and he owned property, and it was given. Some of those things he inherited when my great grandmother passed away. And I looked at my family tree of great grandmother owned, her and her sisters owned blocks of
Mm,
houses on 37th in Indiana once upon a time. And I said blocks with an S. They own blocks of properties. And then I looked at my grandfather when he got property, when she passed away, they sold the property and utilized that money. I'm not here to say right or wrong. He was living his life. Then I was looking at my mother, because this is my mother's father, the situations we were in as children, and I looked at myself and I said, okay, we know wealth exists,
mm,
we know how to attain it. In one generation we found out how to squander it, and the next generation was broke.
mm.
What can I do with my, at that point it was limited knowledge, to help other people as well as myself find a way to hold on to our dollars and pass it on to our our legacy and build a legacy,
Yeah,
not just get paid.
yeah,
So my passion started from when I really just took a step back into history and my own family. We're not going to go outside of that. Just that my great grandmother, in modern terms, would have been a multi 10 figure to 11 figure person.
hmm,
In one generation, well, we'll say two generations, we're poor.
yeah.
And poor, and I don't say poverty, because poverty is a mindset, and I'm not impoverished at all.
Teach.
So, and I realized that if with this knowledge of knowing where I can be, and I don't make a change, I'm just as bad as the person who squandered off the money. So let's start making money, talking about money, because I'm tired. And I want to say it. I'm tired of hearing that we can't talk about money. We can talk about spending money, but we can't talk about how to make money, how to sustain money, how to grow money, and how to stop spending it recklessly.
Yeah,
Those days are dead.
yeah,
And I want to say this. I am spiritual. You guys are going to hear in my conversation where I'm going to say prayer without action is dead. And I believe in God, but I also believe God gave me every gift to be successful. What am I doing with it? So that's where the passion came from.
absolutely.
And right now I'm using the God-given gift
Hmm.
to turn my life into profit and others the same.
Absolutely. Let's root it. Let's root it. Just one. I don't want, to give away everything that you have and then folks can't pay for it, right? Let's just root
Hey,
it. Give me
I could talk to you guys for a month and you still will not get everything.
Queen. And that I understand. Yes, ma'am. This I know. Okay. Let's root it. Give me one rooted issue that prevents us from sustaining wealth.
Mindset. The main thing. We 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 as culture see money differently. We see money as a way to establish stature, as opposed to money is a tool. Money is meant to be used as a way to make babies. Your money should leave your pocket only to make a baby. I want to be honest. A dollar coming out of my pocket got to make a baby. So I'll use myself for instance. I don't gamble at all, at all. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Um, this is not to say any of those things are bad. I focus on two things: my understanding and my development. The reason why we have such a hard time in our community keeping up with money because we're looking for stature as opposed to looking for wealth. Wealthy do not dress like us people. Wealthy do not spend money like we do. Wealthy people do not stimulate the economy. If we are the top spenders in the economy and the bottom people who make the money in the economy, where is the mismatch? So it's the mindset of understanding that you having a new Benz is not as important as you teaching your kids how to make a Benz.
Hmm. I totally agree. What's and I'll get right back to you. What's what is imperative here is that the same rooted cause that you have identified is the very first thing that God ordered us to do. Repent. And that doesn't
Repent.
mean going before the church telling everybody your business. That means change your mind, exchange your ideologies. What you have been taught, just about everything, is a lie when you actually root it down and you find out that it has no original point of reference. That's just what mama said. And it's like, why would she say that? You don't even know the reasons or the conditions why she ended up concluding that. And a lot of the things come out of her. And so we will develop these
Yes,
different things out of loss or out of, and so they're like, oh, well, I never do that again because of this. And now they've passed that down generationally. And again, when it comes to mental wealth and what we're supposed to trade down, it's supposed to be the upright idea. It wouldn't matter
yes,
if you
ma'am.
gave your children cars and clothes and a house. All those things can be consumed or burnt up or in a car accident. But if you give them the right ideology, they can take that thing and flip it right back over. So, like you said, you don't need the bins, but you should have the idea of how to recreate the bins. You know what I mean? Oh God,
Yes,
you are on track with everything that you're saying, and it absolutely stems from that. We started day one. Instead of trying to do step 5, 6, 7, 8, start at one. Get your
one. Yeah,
mindset
absolutely,
correct. And one thing that you also mentioned was about the sobriety of your mindset, getting rid of things that will cloud your judgment, even minus the drinking and the drugging and the sexting and the texting and any of those other things that cloud your judgment. Just you having the wrong idea will now cloud your judgment. You're not able to even
absolutely,
think straight. You know what I mean? Because you see things from a scope or from a perceived reality as opposed to how things actually are. So now you're going to
absolutely,
conclude things in society or any problems that you have or you face, you're going to come up with the wrong conclusions because you lack the proper information. So man,
absolutely.
you're man, you are hitting on all cylinders. I saw you wanted to add. Please add, contribute.
No, no, no. I appreciate what you just said, and it is the lack of knowledge. It's a lack of our community passing that knowledge down. It's a lack of having those tough conversations and understanding that we don't know. We weren't taught. But that does not mean that we have to continue on those same paths. It doesn't mean we cannot gain the knowledge or go look for the information or intake that information. We don't have to be what we see.
Mm,
We can make those changes any day. The first day you can start is now.
teach,
You
Queen.
cannot change. I want to say this part here. We cannot change the past.
Yep.
I used to, guys, I am not here speaking from an ivory tower. I'm speaking from this. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, on the streets of Chicago. I have led a life. I have done things that I am not so proud of. I have hurt people that I am not so proud of. What I am proud of is the fact that I can acknowledge the pain that I was living and have caused. I can I can rectify that by determining that future wise, I'm going to be the change I want to see in the world. And then moving forward in that change and not reverting because it's convenient. I don't want to be complacent. And complacency is the thief of all all creativity. It's the thief of the actual formation of what you're looking for in your life. So I know that in our society, in our schools, and even in the everyday activities that we did outside of schools, we weren't taught wealth. We weren't taught money. We were taught to consume. We were taught to be workers. We were not taught to be someone who had creativity and thoughts. We were taught to create, but not utilize that to make profit.
Yep.
However, you can make a change today.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Like, yesterday is a cancel check and tomorrow is not promised. The only thing you can do is
Excellent.
life in the precinct. And that's in obedience
Yes.
to God. Anytime you're moving past the current moment, you are disobedient. Now that doesn't say for you not to plan because God has already given you the ideologies and the plans for his desire and his will in society and for your life. That doesn't mean keep striving forward, but when you're operating in the past and trying to operate in the future, you fail to function in the now. And you're missing out on what has happened currently. And then you become anxious, right? About a future that you can't control. You become depressed about a past that you can no longer control. And like you said, it is over. What can you do? Nothing. So keep on growing. You know what I mean? Failure, the
Yes.
way we even look at failure, right? We're talking about exchanging the mindset and ideologies. The way you look at failure is negative, when the truth of the matter is failure brings about education. It gives you another
Absolutely.
opportunity to now learn, fail, and get it right. I do not like when people say, well, I tried. Well, I tried. Let me tell you something. You cannot fail or succeed trying. Finish out the process. If it's going to be a failure, let it be a failure. But at least it's like a mark in time. It's like, send me your location. I know where I went wrong, and I can learn from it in the next attempt that I make. I can either fail or succeed again, but I'm not afraid to fail. That's one thing that we do have in our culture, in our community, is that fear to fail or the outer appearance of things, right? I'm with you. It's so crazy because I do these shows, or I'll speak about, relationship is a heavy topic that I speak about and speak on. But I'm here to tell you, like you said, I am not perfect. I just have the answer, okay? I've been given the
Yeah.
revelation of his truth because one, he desired to give it to me. I'm seeking after him. Not the information itself, but after him. And so I'm getting the information, but it does not make me perfect. It does not mean that every
No.
time it comes down to it, that I'm making that decision, even when I know the answer. I am fallible like you. I am human, but that is not a crutch that I lean or a post that I lean upon. Being human isn't an out. Being human just means that I am legal on earth to do God's bidding or God's business or to be an ambassador. So I'm going to speak it and I'm going to say it, even when we're talking about, not drinking and all of the other things that we get ourselves into. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. I used to cope too. I've been pulled out of the coping into the healing. If it was up to me, I'd still be coping. I find something. Yeah, and
I know that's right, Mary. I know that's right.
you hear
Speak the truth.
me? We're recreative. I'll make something up if nothing is available. So it's not that we're trying to, come down on anybody or, but we're trying to say, hey, here is a resolve. Here is a way out, sis. It's up right into yours.
Yes.
And if you understand why we're saying what we're saying, is because we went the other way. We went left and south, and we found out it was about 5 ditches. They got barbed wire when you try to go over that fence. We are beat up, and that's what we're trying to tell you. Don't go that way.
Yeah. But I mean, I want to take it back to the failure.
Go ahead.
And there's about every failure has a lesson.
Woo.
And the lesson that if you every situation has a lesson. No matter how bad you believe it is or how much it upset things of your norm, there's a lesson in everything if you're looking for it. That's where I say that the first thing is about mindset. I'm looking for a lesson in every situation. Everything that takes place has a lesson. It was meant for me to learn the lesson.
Teach.
Sometimes, Mary, have you noticed that you'll repeat something over and over again until you really figure out what the lesson was?
Yes.
Because God keeps putting it back to you because He's saying, find the lesson. I'm giving you the lesson. Get the lesson from it.
It's that
And
or
a lot of times we're blaming God for it. We're like, man, God, Lord, why did you put this on me? Because you need to learn from it. I'm not putting something on you that you can't bear. I'm putting something on you
Jesus.
that you need for
Teach.
the purpose that I have on your life. We all have been through something for a purpose on life. The reason why I can talk leadership and development, why can I talk to people about different businesses? Because of the life that I've led.
Yep.
Through all of that strife, the struggle, the mismanagements of companies. Guys, I've been through a lot of things. And to just give a little background, because I didn't tell in the beginning, I've been in leadership for 25 years. High level leadership. I have ran several facilities of over 500 people or more. I have worked for some of the top companies in the US, and some are global top companies. I would say this, the one thing that I've learned for sure is that you can pull a business out of a ditch. If you can do a business out of a ditch, you can do the same to a person and the same to yourself. So when we are failing, you're learning. You stopping is failure.
Mm.
I want to make sure we heard it. Failure is you stopping. Failing is an event, not a lifestyle. Failure
Woo.
becomes a lifestyle because you're living in it.
Teach,
So
Queen.
I want to fail every day. Let me tell you why. Because every day I want to learn a lesson that moves me closer to my purpose.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like you said, like you're gonna grow through everything. There's no avoiding the obstacle
Yes.
course. There's no cheating. Okay. One thing I would say, there's no shortcuts in life. The moment you pave a shortcut in life, you pave this dirt road, you're going back to scratch. I remember on Martin when he had the episode when he was at the BNB and it was like he had to go back to scratch. He like, what scratch? Back at the beginning,
Bring
you
it
going back.
back
Right. That's where you're headed. So any paved road that you make that's your way and your route is back to in the beginning. And when you were talking about that class and you repeating that class, I'm telling you, it's either like this is something that you have to get, you have to learn, and or on the other end, you're remedial. You are
Yeah.
remedial and retarded. Like I ain't being funny or attempting to offend, but something is wrong with you that you keep going left when I know dang old well you should be going upright. You know what I mean? So, oh my God, this is an amazing conversation. I can dig it. I can dig it. So, which one was first? Which one was first? Like, how did you get started in these different avenues? Like, of all the things that you're doing, the radios, the being an author, having the state of mind network. Which one was first? How did you get started?
Okay, guys, I'm going to give it to you. It might sound like I'm doing a lot, but let me give y'all the path. First, I decided I wanted to be that I wanted to leave my corporate job or my corporate job. We'll say not job, corporate career. My corporate career. I wanted to help in a more impactful way. I had watched a lot of leaders fail because they didn't have the fundamentals of life. They weren't good stewards of themselves, so they were really, really, really bad managers. So when you have that really bad manager at work, it's because they're not a good steward of their lives.
Mm.
So the first thing I decided was I'm going to leave a job making over multiple six figures a year. I'm going to leave a career because I believe I have a bigger purpose. I meditated on it, guys. I had a moment of, I meditate every morning, and a voice in me, which is the God in me, told me to leave it.
Mm.
I wasn't thinking of it. It's spoken words that I don't use.
Ooh.
So that let me know it was something deeper than me in my meditation.
Yep.
And I was like, I said, okay. So I'm not being completely obedient. I said, I'm going to start with what does that look like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how do I take all the leadership information I've used and give back? Okay, I could do consulting, but that's consulting high-end businesses. But that's not what I wanted. So I did a lot of searching. I'm a failed a lot to decide. Okay, there we go. That was a search. Failed a lot to decide. So I made the decision that leadership and coaching and development was my route. I decided that I wanted to make sure that my coaching program could be able to touch people on whatever level financially that they were. So my books came from the fact of my larger course. So my books are portions of the larger course. And the first book is called Forged in Fire, From Ashes to Empowerment. And it goes through the travesties that I went through as a child, along with losing my best friend in a fire, along with being taken from a home that I felt was stable, along with losing my brother to gun violence. All of that's in book one. But remember, guys, don't feel sorry. I made it. The book the book itself is really about the mindset of empowerment,
Yeah.
of taking of surviving, striving, and thriving.
Yeah.
So within the book is sort of people ask, is it a memoir? It's really not. It's really about the lessons that you learn over life that allow you to be empowered to be the best version of you. And
Yeah.
the book is all about, and every section has a section of empowerment where it relates to an individual so they can pull themselves out of the depths of the despair that they're in. Book two is hashtag poverty to six figures. That's where I actually map out how I did it.
Mm.
What was the mindset? Every single chapter has a chapter of action. I don't mean action. It's like an active chapter one is a guys, you can go to my website, www.sayiampossible.com, and you get chapter one free. It's the most important chapter because it talks about the four pillars of self: self-esteem, self-care, self-discipline, and my brain is well, and it's self-awareness. Those four pillars of self are paramount for you to be able to grow.
Mm-hmm.
They're yours. Take opportunity, go to the website, you get it free. The book itself is what I utilize for my course. People come to my course, they have to read the book. The book is with the course. And then I have the course that where we go over your business, not mine. We take your gifts, 20 questions, and where did I get the 20 questions from? The the many things that I created within those companies came from me having 20 questions that I would ask a team about where they were failing and what was going on in their lives. So those 20 questions I put into a survey, and that is how I built myself in many companies. And over the course of my career, I was promoted 14 times because of my ability to take complex and make it very simple.
Mm.
And from there, I got on the radio. I got on the radio because I wanted to be able to drop information to individuals so they could find some ready-made things that they could use today. The TV is all about showcasing. The TV network is about individuals telling the behind the stories of music, sports, life, because we spend a lot of time watching these athletes and not really understanding that they become broke because they don't have the fundamentals of financial literacy.
Mm.
Money does not make you free. Knowledge of how to utilize it, making babies. That's how I started this all out. It got to make babies. If you don't know how to make babies, and you only know how to utilize it for currency, guys, I'm gonna give y'all. I'm about to drop something on you. Get ready. People spend time investing in those athletes so they can stimulate the economy. Shh. Is a actually, you can see it secret. They spend the money that they get back into the economy. So when are they ever wealthy?
Come on, sis.
So I say this so we really understand that the life we see and live is a business. It's just not our business. And
Mm.
we haven't learned, and we have not learned how to use it to be our business. That is what I talk about. And so my TV network is all about telling behind the scenes. So I have Reggie moving forward. He does Across the Lines, which is a behind the scenes of sports. Um, so I have Ms. Mina, the Brown Diva. She's going to be doing the behind the scenes of life lessons. I have D Woods, who'll be doing the behind the scenes of it's called Especially Living It Up, where we're talking about even though challenges happen in your life, this is how you still live it up.
Yeah.
All of these things all lead to one thing. I'm a leadership coach.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me tell you something, Queen. Time definitely flies when you are having a time or the
It
time
does. It
of your life.
does.
Yeah, it's like we are already. Um Queen, I'm almost wanting to just bring you back on a monthly basis. We'll talk about that because next year, as we're growing into just the new dynamic of our show, we will have specific weeks, and one of those weeks will be dedicated to mental wealth. And even if it's just a video that you provide us, we for once a month, you provide us with a video on these different type of mental wealth tips. I would love to just have it. I just want to have you as well. If you have incorporated, shout out to Reggie
I
moving
am
forward.
yours when you let me know when.
Yes, shout out to D Smith. Like, I am very well versed with these kings. And so just to, incorporate them into yours, I would love to incorporate you into mine. And now it's like, oh my God, we're all building with each other. And this is the community that we build with. Please, if
Yes,
you
ma'am.
could today, because, when you were here a few weeks ago and the tip that you left for us or the skeletorial remain, it could have changed today. And so I would love to know, what has God provided you? And when you were talking about too, that voice within you saying and speaking words in the language that you've never used. Like, I would not have picked these words out of the glossary or Webster dictionary. So I know what I mean. But this isn't even my vernacular. I'm from the hood now. I'm just saying. Leave us with your skeletorial remains for today.
I would say this, gentlemen, ladies and gents who are watching Rock Truth, you are hearing true conversation that is here to uplift you. Is grasp the concepts of the nuggets that you're being dropped and start researching for your growth. Don't just take these conversations, these topics that Mary is dropping every week, and just allow them just to be entertainment. They're meant for a purpose. She's being entertaining to be able to reach us. But
Mhm.
take that information for your growth, because how you grow is one step at a time. And CEOs, I do this everywhere I am. I want y'all to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. You are just a walking billboard for real, for real. It's absolutely amazing. And they don't realize, like you said, these little gems that, man, you talk about little stuff that just, once it drops into the water, it just expands and explodes.
It's a
That's the
ripple. It's a
gems,
ripple effect.
yes, that we're dropping here today. And like you said, on all of our platforms, like, we're dropping these gems, man. Don't take it, for granted, because this is real information that could change your life. This is real information that is the difference between life and death. This week, and every week, I'm pretty much telling you what God has me on course working on myself. You know what I mean? Because nobody is immune to the trials and tribulations of life. But this is the master's course that he has me on. And so this week, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to encourage you to give up your willed way for his. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't care how grand you think your way is. It could have went this way. It should have been that. We should have had blue curtains. Whatever the case may be. Let me tell you something. In comparison to God's willed way, that's peanuts. It's just as on the scale it would be the same as dung. Like it is crap. It is no thing. We have to learn to be okay, and more than just okay. We have to be in agreement and in a desire to please God first. Get back to your first love. Like for real, that's where everything starts. Get back to your real desire, true desire, rock true desire for his will to be done, not yours. And that is a difficult exchange. I battle it daily. I was just talking with a RockTruth friend, about how, everything can seem on the up and up. And I promise you that flesh, that fallen man, sitting over like he ready to jump into a double dutch rope, like all in together now, like weather now, like he ready for it to go ahead and just apply just a little bit, a tinge of doubt into your mindset to tell you you're not who God said you are. This is not going to grow the way that God said it's going to grow. It's just anything that would throw you off or cloud your judgment. So understand we have to get to a point seriously where we exchange our will way for his, that we truly trust him. He never told you to trust man. That includes you. You are mankind. You can't be trusted either. Your heart is deceptive. So you have to be able to trust the God in others, the God in you, and God, period. That is the correlation. It's God. And she's absolutely right. Yeah, we can laugh and we can joke, and this is all about relativity. But understand that we are providing you with not only breadcrumbs, but the bread of life, crumbs and loaves. You know what I mean? Not for you to be able to get the bread of knowledge, but for you to have the factory and you can grow your own. Okay, get the wheat. We looking for generational wealth here, as opposed to you having to always be a consumer, like you said, because we are not encouraged, especially through our current educational system, to be deployed. We are encouraged to be employed to others and also enslaved to others. And I promise you this, you can't serve two masters, and that includes your own weird way. Thank you so much, Queen. Where can we find you?
You can find me every social media platform at Rachel L. Gary, everywhere. But if you're looking to get in any of my products, get into any of my programs, to see anything that I have coming up, go to www.sayiampossible.com. Sayiampossible.com. Sayiampossible.com. Because impossible doesn't exist. The word says I'm possible.
You better teach. You better teach. I can tell you a wordsmith like me. I see it all just right there. It's I'm possible. Or I was just watching Cinderella. We're gonna get up out of here. I just watching Cinderella with Brandy, and I love the song Impossible. We were actually with the cafe where we're doing pasta bowls, and so I had one of the
Okay.
Rock Truth members sing that for me, and we were going back and forth. It's possible, but it's him possible. Things are him possible when you root everything that you have, everything that you are within him. You know what I mean? Get an original point of reference, and that includes where you come from, having the proper identification to show. Because you're going to show up with identification, but like, who is this? Hypo, who is she? Yeah, that's it's going to be just like that. Oh my God. Who is that woman? Okay. All right. Love you guys. Grand Thanksgiving to everybody, to your family, to all of the families. If you know people who have dealt with a loss or anything at this time, reach out to them. I definitely encourage you to reach out to your strong friends. Shout out to VIP Beads. Reach out to your strong friends. Family is imperative. So if it's something going on and this is a barrier, because that relationship with God, that vertical relationship, is only possible when the horizontal relationship is intact. And so, hey, be forgive, folks, this Thanksgiving. Don't pick up that
Yes.
fork. Don't drink nothing. Call somebody if you have to and be forgive them while it is still day, while you still have time. Your soul is dependent upon that. But don't just stop at the be forgiveness. It's coupled in restoration. So restore that person back to the original place they're supposed to be in, not the place that you want them to be. All right, that's gonna be the food that you should be feasting on this Thanksgiving. And then don't forget, man, we got the comedy show coming up with OBE Studio. Shout out to Barry Brewer. Come out if you have the opportunity, and if nothing else, man, rock truth. No matter the consequences, rock truth are absolutely nothing at all. Revelation is truth. Truth is not information. Peace.
Situations happen. Tell me how you feel about it. Let's talk about it. Topics of discussion.